In terms of demonic forces, they are disembodied, right? And they cannot be destroyed. Is that correct?
Hello there, everybody, and thanks for tuning in again for another video here on Daily Inspiration. So today, it's another video as part of my spiritual warfare series on my channel, which I feel is very important for us to know the enemies we're dealing with, and it is something a lot of Christians struggle with. What is demonology? Is there any such thing as dark spiritual forces? Or is that really just a myth? What do we mean by that in our faith? Well, my brothers and sisters, they are very, very real. The powers of darkness are real. As for what they are, probably the best explanation is these were spiritual beings created by God, what we would call angels, although not necessarily angels in the sense that angels are messengers from God. But these are beings of the same spiritual type who, for whatever reason, probably out of pride and out of reluctance to help human beings, chose to rebel against God. And what they seek more than anything is to tear us down. The common belief is that the demons rebelled because God intended for humans to have a higher state than the angels. Human beings were a combination of body, flesh, and spirit. But we were given the opportunity to become godlike beings through theosis, to become partakers of the divine nature in a way that the angels could never hope to. And the angels were given the task of helping us with this. And a certain percentage of the angels found this revolting and beneath them, so they chose to rebel against God. And they made a decision, a permanent decision, to be in a state of rebellion against God. And what they seek more than anything is to bring us down. They don't want us to achieve theosis. Rather, they want to emphasize our fleshly or fleshy nature. They want us to be animals. They want us to behave like animals, driven by instinct, enslaved by instinct, and they want us to be twisted. We're made in the image and likeness of God, so they want to twist that image of God within us. They will do whatever they can in their power to lead us down that path. And that's what we're dealing with here. They're very real. The church fathers are unanimous that these are real entities, and it's something that Christians have struggled with since the very beginning.
Yes, they're disembodied. So we're made of both flesh and spirit. They're made of pure spirit. Yeah. That being said, we don't fully understand what pure spirit is and how it operates. In other words, it may be possible for them to take on something appearing to be a physical body for periods of time.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. We don't really understand this fully, but we do know that it's very possible for these things to appear in ways that seem human at times, at least.
Yeah, without a doubt. Now, that really is something that may confuse a lot of Christians, really perplex a lot of believers. Pretty much the fact that we are living, from the very beginning, we've lived with dark spiritual forces that surround us. And I guess at times people may get confused about that. Now, the other thing that we very often hear about, and whether or not the church or the church fathers have ever spoken about it, would be the fear. People will fear demons, and then they will think that demons are omniscient, are able to read our minds, are able to control us. Do demons possess this particular kind of quality?
From what I've read, in church tradition, among the fathers and whatnot, it appears they cannot read our minds.
Right.
They cannot. However, they're very good at reading human nature. Because keep in mind, these beings are older than time itself, as we understand it, right? These are very ancient beings. They've been observing human nature for countless eons, and they've been studying us, and they know us so well that they might as well be able to read our minds, because they can kind of predict the most likely path we're going to take. They can predict how we're going to react to certain situations. So while they can't read our minds directly, they can make very good guesses about what we're thinking because they're such long studied in human nature.